Yes, I'm late. I actually was just on the phone with my mother wishing her a very happy birthday, which for whatever reason did not happen earlier today because my job is just bonkers right now, and yeah, lots of other reasons. But here I am, and I'm here to test out some of this new version update of Super Duper Multitasking because I didn't have any other time to do it. Uh, but hopefully this will be enjoyable for at least some of you folks to watch because I don't know how familiar you are with my work. So yeah, Super Duper Multitasking, as you can tell from the attract mode, is a game where you play multiple mini games at a time, and I'll just warm up a little bit with the quick play mode, which basically just gets more and more difficult until you inevitably lose. Let's do 4-slot ultimate hard. Sure. And every minigame only has you doing a single task. For example, all you have to do there is press the button to hit the ball, and it could be any one of those face buttons. All the mini games that use the face buttons, you can press any button to hit. And, you know, this game uses the bumpers and triggers, and you can just press them all. And now here on the right side, I'm only avoiding the shots. I don't have to worry about firing back. And on the left side, I'm avoiding the 40-ton weights. That game up there is actually a recreation of one of the very first games I ever wrote in BASIC. And I apologize for the debug text on the top when this dance game is playing, but I'm really trying to get the thing working perfectly on Steam Deck, and I already messed up. I know how to play that game, jeez. I really like this frog minigame that I added for the Super Duper update that I came out with back in February. You just basically flick the stick in any direction to catch the flies as they go by. And in this one, you flick the analog stick in the direction of the attacking aliens. Games can appear in multiple different places, usually. And depending on where they appear, it may play just a little bit differently. When the target shooting game appears in the top slot, you're basically just pressing the button. The cursor moves for you, which is both good and bad. And then, of course, in the middle here, you have everyone's least favorite game, although you'll notice that it works a lot slower than the original because, well, that's kind of necessary if you want to be able to multitask it. And, well, the longer you last, the greater the chance that you'll have to do more than 2 things at once. And if you last long enough with 3 things at once, then you'll have to do 4 things at once. The stop at, number game is deceptively simple. Folks will just kind of ignore it and then forget it's there and then wind up failing it. It never feels good to fail the stop game. Oh, jeez. What did I tell you? I was focusing on the left and the top slots, and I totally did not. At first, when I failed, I thought I pressed the wrong button. But no, I just forgot about the middle. Just like I said I would. That's kind of funny. Okay, so I think what I wanted to focus on is so I've got this mission mode here, and it has a lot of different missions in it. Um, I want to start by just giving you a really good example of how this works. Um, this is one of my favorite missions to show off. It's called the Second Runner, and it is called that because, well, and of course, they're not synced up, and the pits appear in different places, so you have to really focus and pay attention to make it through that one. And, they just get more and more difficult as you progress. It's not just playing the same game in two places. Um, Basically, with a loving or, you know, messed up hand, I crafted each one of these and tested them to give you a mental workout like you've never seen before. This one just adds more games a few times. And none of them are all that difficult individually, but when you add them all together and you have to actually pay attention, it's not so easy. Thankfully, that one doesn't last forever long. So, anyway, the missions come in different sets that I call courses. There's one that features 3-slot missions, 4 slots, 5 slots, and then the really hard stuff is here in the Demon's Road. Um, yeah, some of these took me like 400-500 tries to get. Um, Things like this, where I literally just, ugh, I chose specifically mini games that would be very difficult to play together. This one, I can't even tell you how many tries this took me. It's just ungodly difficult, even without the debug text there that I have placed there. 10 seconds. How bad could it be? You like how that stuff just appears practically all at once? So that's just a taste of what the mission mode is like. And this update that I have here actually adds 30 more missions. And the story behind this is I created something called Super Multitasking Go that was intended to be a free-to-play version of this game, but that was also going to have like a $3 DLC, and the game would come with 15 missions on its own, but if you purchase the cheap DLC, you would get 15 more for a total of 30. Or maybe I was going to have like 10 and then 20 more with the DLC or something like that. So one of the reasons that Steam takes a 30% cut when you sell a game is because of all the different services that they offer to developers. And some of these are obvious, like they will host leaderboards and achievements for your games, they'll host download servers for your games, they'll offer matchmaking and other services for your games, but others are not so obvious, like when you submit your game for review. You submit the game, they review it before they'll let you post it for sale, and they really take a good hard look, and they will make suggestions to you when they feel that maybe you're going down the wrong road. And one of the things that they said to me when they were reviewing this free to play version of the game was, now hold on a second, so you're selling the full game and then you have a free version that's kind of like a demo, but then you also have a paid version of that, and aren't you kind of competing with yourself here? And won't this maybe alienate people who already bought the full version of the game? And they raised all kinds of questions that were admittedly valid. So the end result of that was I decided to dump the DLC idea and offer less content in the free version. So now at present there's a free version called Super Multitasking Go, which is available for anybody to download and try out the core gameplay. It features a subset of the mini games that you just saw in the quick play mode, and then most of the gameplay modes are absent apart from the quick play mode with its limited subset of mini games and the mission mode, which has 15 out of the 30 missions I designed. But what happened to the other 15? Well, guess what? Here they all are. All 30 of them, including the 15 that are in the free version right now. So what I'm going to do is because I'm really tired and definitely not on my game completely, I'm going to set the mission difficulty down to 90% because I want to test the leaderboards and the achievement for this extra set of missions that I added. So let's see how I do. I'm going to try to complete them all in one go. So this first mission, you can do it, is just kind of a, you really can play 4 games at once, and it's pretty easy. Fruit stop. It'll make sense when you see it. Of course, the early missions in the game are meant to just kind of introduce you to the mode, let you get your feet wet, and just kind of work up to the harder stuff. So you're not going to see anything too terribly difficult in the first few missions. Pardon the interruption. So of course, oh, I have to stop at 30. Wait a minute. And the hope is that we distract the player into messing that up. Number 5, tipping climber. Some people try to keep the seesaw flat. I usually just wiggle it back and forth, and it works well for me. But really, whatever works best for you is the best way. Dual attack. Again, not terribly difficult. Now when I set the mission difficulty down to 90%, what that does is the multitasking is the same. Jump and mash. The multitasking is exactly the same. However, the difficulty of the mini games themselves is reduced by 10%. So that boss took fewer shots to defeat, and the difficulty of jumping over those pits just a little bit easier. Mash and jump. This is the same thing I just played, except runner is in the lower slot and space boss is in the upper slot. So you've got to move a little bit differently, you've got to press different buttons, but the goal ultimately is the same. I have a similar set of 2 missions in the core game. Oops, I forgot. That's a black 4 and a red 3. That one. The worst is when the cards disappear and you just didn't look at them at all. Pardon the interruption 2. The Space Boss game is not generally that difficult, as long as you use all the buttons. Oh, I really like this one. This one's called Upside Down. For reasons that should be obvious. I have a couple of these joke kind of missions in the core game also. There's one called Opposite Day where You're supposed to get hit by all the arrows. Oops. If you mess that up, it shows you what it's supposed to look like. You have to actually engage your brain to be able to pass this. The drive game is actually not any more difficult than usual, but, you know, maybe your brain messes up on that. Number 12, excuse me, sir. I know you're busy, but which is greater? Which is greater again? We're not going to fall for that trick. Awkward space. Let's make that right thumb sweat. So the reason it's called that is because using the right stick and the face buttons simultaneously is a little bit awkward. Hopefully you could see my controller there. Come back stronger. So this mission makes use of an improvement that I made in Super Duper Multitasking that I released back in February, where more missions can appear in the same slots that you've already cleared. That wasn't possible in the first release of Super Multitasking back in 2018. Ladder sandwich. So of course we've right in the head. Of course we've got the space game right in the middle. And every one of these lasts a set amount of time. Oh, I'm glad I put the hitboxes where they are. I probably deserve to lose that one. Number 16, Revenge from Space. Red 7, Black 6. Now, I did mention that the free-to-play version has only a subset of the mini-games. So it was kind of difficult to design missions around this limited, you know, subset that were, you know, that continued to be interesting. It is in fact not chicken, or maybe it is. Gotta try not to flap too much. Okay, collect and avoid. I didn't really make a big deal out of the fact that I was through half the missions because, well, it's the easy half. That one. On the more difficult levels, I intentionally make it more difficult to pick out the difference between the numbers. Flap trap. Now the missions are starting to get a little more difficult. In general, when the games like that appear, where you have to complete some kind of goal, you want to take care of them as quickly as possible. Running tipsy. You already know this is a bad idea. Oh, alright, that didn't work out. What I'm trying to do is kind of synchronize these seesaws. Ugh. Jumped too early on that one. You can see this one is a little bit more difficult for me to wrap my brain around. But what's interesting about this game is, having watched as many people play it as I have... Ooh. Oops. Everyone has their different strengths and weaknesses. Ah! See, I had a sequence going there. Yeah! Oops. Darium and Wifey in chat says, "This just looks like stress the game. That's a pass for me." And you know what? That's fine. This game is definitely not for everybody. But you know, nothing is. Some people do not want to stress themselves and tease their brain in this way. But for as far as I can tell, oops, there is no other game quite like this. So for those that like it, like the Japanese guy who cleared, you know, all the missions in the original version in like 15 minutes, this one is for you. Super fruity. No, they don't combine into a watermelon. Oh, that was close. And that was definitely too late. The nice thing about the slots game is it does give you some time. So you can kind of do it when it's convenient for you. Kind of. Upside Down 2. And I've got a DDR reference there for those people who were playing all the way back in DDR 4th mix and can actually get that one. Oh! Wow, I ran right into it. That's great. I just have to remember that only the vertical is reversed. The horizontal is not. Incoming. And of course, the return of the seesaw. Oh dear. Again, the generous amount of time you have to complete slots helped us out. Of course, again, I did lower the difficulty by 10%, so there's that too. It Gets Worse, number 24. Well, it got worse. These mini-games are actually pretty high up on the difficulty scale. Ooh. That was pretty close, actually. Alright, backest and forthest. It's enough to make you dizzy. Keep my thumbsticks in sync here. Oh, no. Jump the gun. Whoops. Okay, we got it. That is it, right? Okay. Alright. Number 26, Let's Bounce. You'll notice for the spike ball game, I immediately ran to the corner. And then it's just up to your peripheral vision to tell you when you have to move. Oh, I almost fell in the pit right before there, but yeah, this is one of the more difficult missions in this course here. Most definitely. Is that going to hit me? No. I don't think that one's going to hit me either. Oh, crap. Nope. I jumped too early. Huh. Almost deftly dodged that ball there. But not the one I want to dodge. Oh, I did it again. I just completely stopped keeping track of the spike ball. Right as the... Oh. Oh, you know, I knew there would be a problem if I left a gap there, and yet I went ahead and did it anyway. Oops. That was too early, wasn't it? And this is 90% difficulty. I have completed this on 100% before. I just, I don't remember exactly when I did that. I can't believe I jumped too early. Hopefully the end of this is in around the 20-second mark or so. I've been reliably getting to around the 17, 18 second mark, but just need to last a teeny bit longer than that. Trying not to hit the ball on the edge there. Went too far. We have perseverance. We're gonna do this. We're gonna complete this. Ooh, not if I get stabbed by that. Oh no. I got so worried about the spike ball that I stopped looking at the paddle ball. And we tripped. Get out of the way! Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, it was around the 20-second mark. Very good. Okay, piling up. Oof, expect long delays. I've got 4 more missions to go, and that's a black 9 and a red 8. Whew! Did I really get that in one try? Or was that 2? I don't even remember. Oh, there's a bug. Fixed now, but okay, I know what to look for. Alright. Spacey. Literally a space case. Oh, why do I have to have stop in there? That's going to appear again, isn't it? Or something is. I refuse to believe that we're done with that top slot. That one. Okay, that didn't seem as bad. But this one will be. Balanced chaos. And by the way, if you're wondering, no, there is no way to, oops, There's no way to make the seesaw completely straight. The game will not allow it. You know, I totally forgot one, and then I totally forgot a different one. Oops. You can see I kind of gave myself a little method there for clearing it. Just, you know, once again, waggle the seesaw back and forth. But do it such that I flap each time. Alright. Alright, one more to go. Danger zone. Threats are all around you. Oh, indeed they are. I thought for sure I jumped too early on that one. Ugh. Alright, I think I'm going to be here a little while. Oh, no. I would say for sure, once I start messing up any particular minigame, I increase my focus on that minigame, and then I'm more or less screwed. Okay, hide in the corner. Oh, I was probably going to get shot in the head with the arrow anyway. That's going to get me. Oh, that did get me. Probably the goal on this one is 20 seconds-ish. Maybe a little bit longer, actually. But, you know, this is kind of the final boss, so I couldn't make it easy, for sure. Ugh. Man, this is a tough one. Ooh, what was I thinking? Just leaving myself in the middle of Spike Ball over here. Ah! Runner has got to be, by itself, one of the most difficult of all the mini-games. Just because, and we're dead, just because it requires almost constant focus. It's like, you can kind of read ahead, but... Ooh! I was not even paying attention to that a little bit. So this is just one example of what I affectionately call eating my own dog food. Sometimes you've got to play your own games, right? It's not just because I, practically have made these games for me. They're more or less my favorite games. And once again, I totally forgot to keep track of the spiked ball. And it happened again. I'm just like, this combination of 3 games for some reason is just... It just demands my full attention. Oh, that's the end of that. Those aliens just closed in on me until I ran out of room. Oh no. Whoa. I noticed the spike ball out the corner of my eye, and I'm just like, whoop, better do something about that. Oh no. Oh. Was focusing too much on, once again, ladder and space. Ladder and space. Oh, jeez. I didn't actually need to move on spike ball. That was a total mistake. Whoop. Almost got my head arrowed. I really thought I had it going there. Really thought I was in a good spot. Oh! I'm so used to hugging that right side wall that I did not pay attention to the fact that it was my doom. Ugh! And now I went into the ceiling when it wasn't safe. And I'm not paying attention to the spike ball again. There's just so many different places you have to look. This combination of games, I'm actually surprised I didn't come upon it sooner, because all 4 of these mini games are in Super Multitasking, the 2018 version, but I did not come up with this combination until just now, really. And it's really nasty. So nasty that even with the difficulty turned down to 90%, it is kind of a monster. Oh no. I got nervous about spike ball, and I honestly don't know if it was going to hit me or not. Oh. Alright, we can do this. With a little help from RNG. Oh, that was too early. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. I was safe. I had it made. And goodbye. Nothing like the feeling of knowing you are screwed. Oh, jumping too early. Oh, you know, I saw it, but I saw it too late. You like that tip that it just displayed on the menu there? Your controller was expensive. Please don't throw it out the window. My wife joked that one of the tips I should include on these, you know, try the other YYR Games titles. You know, some of those tips, the first few times you fail a mission, it displays a hint that's actually helpful. But, you know, relevant to the game you failed, that kind of thing. But then after that, you know, after you fail several times already, it just starts displaying, you know, random things that are either not particularly useful for your situation, but suggestions like that, things about other features in the game, or they're just silly. Oh. During the mission speedrun mode, you're not allowed to change the difficulty. But if you're not doing the speedrun, you can change it anytime you want. Oh, that was... A guy walks into a bar. Ouch. But actually, one of the joke tips that my wife jokingly suggested, we did not actually use this one, was underwear can be worn 4 times. Frontwards, backwards, and inside out. I told her I was going to put that in. She's like, no! Ah, right in the head, right in the head. And that was the tip about turning off the tap to save water while you're brushing your teeth. Oh! Just a few more tries, I think we can get this. Not very convincing, is it? Ah! And that's why I said I wasn't... Oh, I should have just been in the corner as opposed to near the corner, and I probably would have gotten out of that. Oh, jumped too early. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, I can't believe I didn't go down far enough. No! I'm cracking this nut. I'm totally cracking this nut. No, 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 not safe. Oh, that looked safer than it was. Ooh, I was getting worried about that alien down there, and it got a little too close. Well, at least that alien was gonna get killed. Ooh, that was a close one. Nope, nope, not safe. Oh! Just the... Oh, that alien had my number. Kind of reminds me of a scam at work. That gift card scam. This one dude on Gmail sent a message to like 30 of our employees today. And, asking, oh, well, what's your cell phone number? With the name of our CEO attached. And, yeah, a lot of people fell for it and sent them the phone number. Thankfully, nobody went to the store and bought gift cards. Because that was, of course the request, because that's what it always is with that gift card scam. Oh. I almost escaped. Oh no. Not the best timing. Oh, crud. Hi, just another Zelda fan. How's it going? This is actually a game of my own creation called Super Duper Multitasking, and this is the last of the 30 missions in this set that I am patching into the game. I'm playing it on 90% difficulty, and yes, the entire thing about this game is that you're playing multiple mini games at once. It is quite the workout for your brain. Your peripheral vision gets a lot of exercise. And also I keep forgetting to look at Spike Ball, and that 15.23 seconds moment is particularly hazardous. And I just went right into that arrow. But yes, the quick play mode is like the default mode of the game, and it just randomly shuffles mini games until you eventually lose. You know, it just gets harder and harder until you can't do it anymore. But this is the mission mode where, you know, they're scripted. It's, you know, the games don't play exactly the same every time. You can see there's definitely some RNG at play here. Ugh. Once again. Alright, you know what? Why don't we... I'm thinking if I just, like, clear out completely, that might be better. Oh. Might be a better approach for ladder over there. But I still have to do everything else, so... Oh. Once again, you know, it's like when I miss those shots on the space game, it, you know, I start focusing on that. You start focusing on that, and then you mess up everything else. And I jump too early. Ooh, almost messed that one up. And I jumped too early again. But I could see the spike ball was coming for me anyway, so it was unlikely that I was going to make it out of that one. Ugh! Trying to do too much at once. Oops. Oh! Caught me in the scalp. You know, I didn't even see that arrow. I wonder if maybe my previous approach was actually better. Oh no! I thought I had it there. I did it. Alright. What does that say? Oh man, that was that was rough. But it's always super satisfying when you get stuck on something and then you manage to clear it. So that's 38 minutes, and it looks like the leaderboard submission worked, and also it looks like the achievement worked. So that actually is what we were looking for. Um, okay, so hold on. Mission speed run. 90%. Yep, there it is. Fewest attempts 157. Okay, so that worked. That's good. And now the other thing that's new for this update is I added 3 more bonus modes. So this is a 5-slot bonus mode where we always have drive playing in the left position. Now the 5-slot mode is, well, it plays like the 4-slot mode, but it splits the top slot into 2. You have the triggers on top and the bumpers below. So if you last long enough, you will need to play 5 games all at once, but most folks do not last long enough to get there, myself included. Now I don't think actually that all of the different mini games appear in this bonus mode. I think it's a subset of them. So there's not going to be anything crazy like the maze game or the space game where you like have to shoot in every direction. You just have some of the simpler mini games where you only have to do things in one dimension at most. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy though. Actually, I think this might be using, and I guess I would need to check this. This might be using the original game set, which only has like 12 or so unique games. Definitely means it's simpler, but not all the games are easy. Whoa. Of course, now we're doing 3 games at once. The US Open, it ain't. Oh, here we go. 4 at once. Definitely got that Atari vibe going with some of the synthesized noises coming from both sides. Oh, how am I gonna do this? Yeah, wait till it's over. That's a surefire way of doing it. Oh, good lord. No, 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 no! Oh, I tipped it, but just a little too late. Well, I can honestly say that's the world record because nobody else has played this yet. Again, this I'm testing the update before I make it live. So, um, here, let's check to make sure that the leaderboard worked properly. Okay, we're looking at bonus mode, longest drive, hard. Yep, yep, that's the way. Very good. Okay. Just make sure if we scroll through here. Oh, some people are playing these. That's cool. Alright, so yeah, everything seems to be working. That's good. Alright, well, you know what? Just to cap this off, I'll play one game of Gauntlet mode and then I'll probably call it a night. We're going to use the Super Collection, put it at 80% difficulty, and do 5 slots. Now, what Gauntlet mode is it's 5 30-second rounds, and it just throws stuff at you that's a little bit different every round. Starting off, not so bad. Oh, well, now it got more difficult. But not so bad. And that's round 1. Round 2. Go. The good thing about Gauntlet mode is if you mess up, you get to keep going. Basically, it's just a test to see... What? Now, if you're smart, you'll look at the timer and determine... I don't have to play that mini game because the time will expire after the 30-second mark. Round 3. Go. Oh, good lord. I totally didn't realize I had a gap there. Oops. That was my first fail, and hopefully my last... Oh, no, no! Oh, God. Why did I have to fail them both every time? And the last one. Oh, no. I... No! Ah! Oh, this... It's all starting to unravel now. I got a C for my efforts. That's probably what I deserved. So you can see I have a lot of fun playing this game, which is great, honestly, because I started working on this game in January of 2015, I want to say. So I've been working on this game all in all for 10 years plus. And, well, I'm not tired of it yet. So honestly, I think that's the sign of a probably a good game. If you're the developer, and you're in a position where you need to be looking at your game more than anybody else because these even simple looking games take a long time to develop. Hundreds and hundreds of hours, especially if you're like me and you throw the kitchen sink of features into it. Um, so if you can honestly say that you've been looking at the same game for 10 years and you're not tired of it yet, then that's a pretty good sign that it's a good one. So, but anyway, Super Duper Multitasking is now on sale on Steam, and if you're at all interested, I hope that you will check it out. And yeah, it's looking like this update is doing all right, so I will probably kick it out the door tomorrow. So yeah, Darian and Wifey says, I hope you sell a ton. It hasn't happened yet, but you know how it is. At any moment, anything can go viral. So, and just because it's an older game doesn't mean anything. Because if it's new to somebody, then it might as well be a new game. So, and if most people haven't seen it yet, then it can be new. I mean, K-pop Demon Hunters absolutely set the world on fire this summer when it premiered on Netflix, but it's entirely possible. It would have been entirely possible that maybe nobody noticed it for like the first 6 months it was out, and then one day it went viral, and then boom, and then the same thing happened. So you never know. You really never know. So I will say that Game Grumps, popular duo among some people, they were some of the very first people streaming gameplay. They were like the granddaddies of let's plays and things like that. They actually did find Super Multitasking, the previous version of this. It was January of maybe 2022, I want to say, or 2023. It was one of those. And yeah, they played it on YouTube one day. And it was literally hundreds of thousands of people saw footage of my game. They played it for a little while, and I thought, yeah, hey, I did it. Unfortunately, the popularity bump didn't last. Um, yeah, I mean, uh, Darium and Wifey asks in chat, was it a surreal sort of experience? I would have to say not really, because I had seen people stream my game before. It wasn't anyone as popular as Game Grumps, but I'd watched people play both on the internet before and also at conventions. People playing in person. So it just really kind of felt like I was watching someone play. But I'd never seen that many people comment on it before. That was pretty cool. That being said, the popularity bump, it didn't last. Um, and pretty soon I was right back to beer money again. It was as if someone walked up to my door, rang the doorbell, handed me a check for like about uh, probably about $1,500, and then walked away, and I never saw it again. So I appreciated that popularity bump, but it's too bad that it didn't last. And after the fact, somebody who reviewed the game on Steam said, I'm really surprised that this game didn't take off after Game Grumps played it. So, but, nothing is for everybody. And so, it is what it is. But honestly, though, I'm of the opinion that if anybody enjoyed it, beyond me, then that's a win. So, for those people who have enjoyed this game, I'm grateful, and I will continue to be. So that being said, my next stream will be Saturday night. That would be, let's see, the 13th. Saturday the 13th. I'm going to be continuing the Zelda ROM hack run uh, of Return of the Wizrobe, Attack of the Wizrobe. Sorry about that. And if you were watching the last time, where it kind of looked like I got stuck at the end, um, YouTubers with keener eyes than I have already figured out what I missed. So I did miss a passage in, I think, level 8. Um, so I'll be starting there. And, well, we'll go back and we'll see what I missed. So, and we'll take it from there. And I hope you'll look forward to that. And yeah, that's about it from me for today. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you got this far, you have many choices when it comes to entertainment. Thank you very much, as always, for choosing me. And heck, this stream was entirely of my own creation. I created the game, I played it, and I rambled about it. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you watched this far, please take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Try to limit your news consumption if it helps. There was more gun violence in this country today that has more gun violence than any other country in the world, because we are, a country where we champion the right to bear arms. But it comes at a cost. Is there more we could be doing to prevent more gun violence? Probably, but I'm not optimistic about that at this moment. So, yeah, we're number one in all the wrong sections. I agree. But you know what? We can't go much lower, so we can only go up from here, right? So, I try to look at it with an optimistic eye. So, yeah. We have to try to have hope, because without hope, what do you have? So, anyway, I hope you'll hope along with me and do try to take care of yourself. Taking care of the others around you is great, but if you can't take care of yourself, you're not going to be in as good a position to do that. So please do take care of yourself and be well. Take care.